Okay, so I did pause earlier. I don't know if it's going to resume back to where it was or how we're going to try to get all of this back together at a later time, making sure that I'm not showing too much. So, first time doing this, so somewhat have already brushed my teeth, of course, and other than that, nothing this morning to my face. Got my hair out of the way so that we can see as much as possible up close and back. I can't quite get the lighting correct. Like I said, it is the first time. I'm sure we're gonna look back and laugh at this, hopefully, in the future if these go through. So I am gonna introduce myself. My name is Angie. No idea what I'm doing, and right now we're in a mess of my closet. I don't want to move my phone too much because it took me about 30 minutes to set the phone just in that place, so I'm not going to move that. If you see me keep doing that, it's because the toothpaste with the tooth strips in it, they're supposed to whiten your teeth. I don't know if everyone has this problem, but I do. They leave these stringy, disgusting, actually, little particles, pieces in your mouth. I don't know exactly what they are, but anyways, I don't want to waste too much time because it is, I do have to go to work this morning, so I'm going to try to get through this really quickly. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to start out with, I'm sure everyone has their own routine of what they put on. First, I do have this in a bottle that has nothing on it just because, funny, my foundation starts with this, which is from Walgreens, and it's a 50 SPF sunscreen. I chose this. I'll give you more in-depth explanation on why I chose this later on, but it's sunscreen, and what everyone always looks for is your makeup to stay on, right? So this is waterproof. Dip your face in water, jump in a pool, don't care how you do it, but just letting you know, this does not come off. And I know you're thinking, what are you doing with that? Well, I'm going to use this as most for my foundation on my face. But after I show this, use this, whatever, I poured it in here so that I can carry this around with me, a small in case I need it at any point in time. I know, funny, right? But put this in a bag that I just always carry with me, and for it to be in a smaller container. So put this in my hand. I know people at You Gross don't use hands, palette. I don't. So a little bit of the sunscreen, any color. So I know this brand is Born This Way, not for sure. I actually found this. This is also funny, and my daughter's one of her old makeup bags, so it really don't matter is what I'm getting at. I also have this one, Neutrogena, this one, Clinique. They're all different colors. That is my point, though, is every color, does not matter what color you use. Of course, you don't want to get anything that you're going to be able to see, right? That's what we're all going for. So, this one is vanilla. I do have a very light skin tone, redhead. So, of course, always going to be light. Use very little. I put just a little bit on there, a couple squeezes, and I'm going to mix it in my hand. No room. I should have prepared better, but kind of wanted to show you real life. You have everyone else out there that has fake everything setups. So anyways, I'm mixing this in my hand. Mix all of that around and do it just as if you're fixing to put this on your legs, wherever your body, like your lotion, you're going to put it on your hand. I like to use my fingers. All these brushes, first of all, they confuse me. I don't know what brush goes to what. I'm 43, I guess all of these brushes came out, of course, after I learned or knew how to put makeup on. I started putting makeup on, and I've always been into fashion. When I was, I don't know, probably 12, and probably looked so so horrible. But anyways, put it on as if, and it does smell like sunscreen. If you don't like it, you might want to stop right here and not even watch it. So anyways, sometimes sunscreen could give me a headache. I do get bad headaches. So back to the point of this. I'm rubbing it around, just barely any. All of this I did not need. That was like quite a lot. So rub it around, just circular motions. Again, like I said, this is going to be fast. So if you can't follow along, or if you've already hit the stop, back up, nope, stop button, whatever you want to call it. Me and my sister always laugh because we always say, if you don't want to listen or hear what I have to say, hit the red one. Hit the red button right now if you don't want to. Anyways, so that was way too much. I'm just rubbing it on just like I would rub on any type of lotion, foundation, whatever you rub on your face. I am going around my eyebrows. The reason I use this is because it's light. I don't want anything so chunky as if you're trying to get off your makeup at the end of the day with a chisel, as my dad used to tell my sister when we were smaller. It was funny. But I'm just rubbing this around, circular motions. I always try to go up and out, and the reason for this tutorial in the first place is because you do we'll get back to that. Anyways, it's because I am cheap. Not as in different, so in different ways. I don't want to spend a fortune on lotions or foundation or any type of makeup, but I want to look like $1,000,000. So fashion has always been one of my things that I've into. So anyways, this shouldn't take very long. It's probably taking me longer being distracted talking than it actually would putting this foundation on. Or my new foundation. So, just recap. Any type of sunscreen that you prefer, that you like, that goes on your face, whatever you like. Look, I have a lot left. That did not take very much at all. So can you already see, this mirror sucks, but already see that it put a shiny moisturizing, also it is moisturizing all over my face. So my first application of that, and there, done with foundation. All of this extra, do what you want with it. Sometimes I even put it on my legs, but today we're gonna wipe most of it off, and then you know what, I am gonna put it on my legs because today I'm wearing pantyhose. It does kind of, I wouldn't say change your color, but moisturizes my legs. I'm getting the rest of the foundation off around my lips. So you can see all that did was put lotion, basically, with a little bit of tint on my face. So here we go to the next step. This is my bronzer slash try to make your face more elongated. I do have a round face, so I'm gonna use this bronzer to give, like I said, my face. If your face is round, you want to put it right here. Okay, let me get all this out of the way. I should have been more prepared. So right here and over here. Try to skip the middle area. You can, yes, mess up however you want, but try to skip the middle area. That's more for faces that are already elongated and or you may want to make look skinnier. Mine is a round face, like I said, so I'm going to put it right there so it makes it look more this way. If you do put it in the middle, it's going to push your face up and make it look more round, which I'm not going for that. And then I'm going to put mine right on the cheek bone. A lot of people put it underneath here. I have noticed doing that. I don't notice that it does anything for me. It might do something for someone else. So, anyways, I'm going to put mine. Anyway, so I'm going to put mine right there on my bone. Just a small amount, less, more, however much you want. And then maybe just a little under here. And then for my nose, actually I like my nose. I don't find anything wrong with it, but sometimes I think this looks a little bally, like a ball. So I want to kind of elongate that a little bit and mix it in so where it looks all one size. So these on this, which is a good point, being cheap again, does not matter what brand this is the reason I'm not going all about big brands, because these find any color that you want just as long as it is a darker color than your skin tone. So this is what I'm going to use. It's some type of bronzer that also found somewhere in my daughter's old makeup bag. So, or you can find it anywhere you want. You trust it, resale shop, get it. I'm cheap. I get most of my stuff from the resale shop. So back to this. You're gonna pat this like this. I've got to get going this morning, so I'm gonna pat pretty fast. All you do is just like you are basically punching your face with a pad. You see, automatically disappeared. And a little too. Again, this side, all the way. I'm twisting and turning, but I want to go all the way back. And that is funny. I mean, already you can see a slight tension right there. See it? I don't know about this side because the lighting in here is really bad. So yeah, you can kind of see it. So right there, and right here is where I'm touching. On this one, on the next one, you want to go down on your nose. So what I'm doing is getting it on there and going out this way, as I'm punching, dabbing, tapping, whatever you want to call it, on my nose. That kind of puts it down like that, and then the ball. The extra on my ball, like that. Then we're gonna go to this one, go punch, tab back into your hairline. Do you see how it's changing it? Right there. So therefore, don't know if you can tell, that already looks like it's making my face more oblong shape than round potato head. So let me look in this mirror. I'm tabbing and pushing back towards hairline. You don't want to bring it forward into your face and get all of your colors mixed in together. So there we go. And second step, just a cheap color foundation, on for your foundation. Anyways, we're gonna have to redo this one. It's gonna be funny later on. Okay, so that was the third step on putting that on. Then we're gonna get the blush. This is e.l.f. Doesn't matter, whatever type of brush, this or powder or blush that you want to use. Okay, this is gonna be horrible. We're gonna have to redo this. And this brush that I choose to use, I don't think it matters what brush you use. This brush is actually 4 years old. You can tell it's my favorite brush of all. I'm gonna probably cry when this falls apart, but you can see that my old dog got it and chewed it up. I refuse to throw this in the trash. Get blush on there, any color. This is like a rose, plum, I don't know, plum, really rosy pink. I like pink. I like color a lot. So, and I like blush. So again, this is going to go directly on top, and of course it's powder and I want more of it and more than just a shadow line, so I'm going to use the blush like this and tap it on there just like I did that. And I like to go directly on my cheekbone because that is what your blush is going for. Again, where you want to put it is up to you, but this is how I think it looks the best. And I go from here, this area, all the way to my hairline as well. If you want to stop. Not keep going. I do like blush. So again, this cheekbone all the way out. And I have to hurry up with this. Try and get to work also and get that overtime money. So, oops, I hope some people don't see that. Cheekbone all the way out. Cheekbone all the way out. Okay. sign, done. This next step is a funny one. 2 for, 3 for, call it what you want. This is actually a brow pencil. This is the Espresso, yes, Espresso. It's an eyebrow liner. But what I'm going to use this for is eyeball lip or lid liner, okay? So, I'm old, getting old, and I have to pull my eye like this, if you would say. So we're going to put this on, and I'll tell you when I'm done why I call this, or you'll see in a second, why I call this a 3 for 1, 2 for 1, 4 for 1, whatever you call it, because I use this pencil for everything. Not completely everything, but I've heard recently, and thank you for the person that told me about this, I've always used black. This is, like I said, espresso brown. So the other day when I was using makeup is when I decided to do this tutorial to show y'all. Again, the purpose of this is to show y'all how cheap, easy, and fast you can do your makeup that is way less expensive, not all those steps like it takes my daughter so long to do her makeup. And this tutorial is probably gonna be long, but I'm just showing you that you can be cheap. And cheap, I'm not meaning cheap like that. I'm meaning cheap as in you do not have to spend, like, already, you do not have to spend all the money on all those products and brands that I don't know, most people, whoever, but you can be cheap, less expensive. This cost me $2 the other day at a Walmart, and it's the powder liquid pencil for eyebrows, the NYX. Let's see if we can turn this one, this brown. So the reason I call it that is, so I use it as eyeliner, and then I'm going to go in for my eyebrows, and just so everyone knows, I make an L. I like very precise lines on my eyebrows. I used to think in the day when we all did, I'm 43 again, so back in the day where you pulled all of your eyebrows out, that's the reason people have to use these days, or women our age, or I like for my eyebrows to stick out. I like makeup. It's the reason I do this. So I'm going to do an L, precise lines. So I go straight down, like this, straight down, and then an L. Then in between there, brush. If you mess up anyway, do my L, do this, and then go over. Kind of go with how your eyebrows tend to turn. I do try to cut mine. I actually tried to cut mine last night and couldn't find my correct scissors, so I did a iffy job. I like mine to go further down. I don't know why. I mean, a lot of hair grows there, but in the wrong places. So I'm kind of shaping it as I go, and you can tell already that it looks better. Then this one over here, you can barely even see anything over there. There is the hair there, though. I am a redhead, so they're blonde and really light. So on this side, I don't know if you can hear me or not. On this side, we're gonna do another L. I do see the time has already been 18 minutes. I've talked too much. So we're gonna do another L, and of course this side, not that dumb. It's going to be a backwards L. Once you go straight down, over, color in. Do whatever shape you like. My eyeball is starting to water, which you don't want to do, which makes me remember I missed one of my steps. But also remember that my foundation / sunscreen that I put on is waterproof. So even though I missed a step, I like to put in my eye drops. I have a bunch of kinds of these too. This doesn't matter. Eye relief. I do like the Lumify, which is probably in my purse, just because if you've never used Lumify, it is a bit pricey. So don't say I'm going cheap there, because I like it. It makes your eyes look so white. So anyways, nearly through with this step right here. I noticed that it's not as precise as I like. So I'm going to go back over and fill it all. L shape. Other end, brush it into it so that it sticks to your hairs and it stays all day long. So next, while I'm fixing that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all about get into it, the next step, and that is I don't know where. That really sucks. They're there. Okay. Sorry. So is this. Anyway, I didn't know where my caps went. I want to make sure I put my caps on, because do not let them dry out. This is a mess of a video. Okay. So second thing already that I use this for, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, the 3-for-1 that I use this for. I also use this same pencil for my lips. So eyeliner, brow liner, lip liner. 3 products, okay? Then I'm going to go to this right here. This right here that I use as eyeshadow is an e.l.f. brand. I have to write on it to remember what I use this for, honey. So this is a concealer. I chose this color actually because a clearance out again item. This was $2.50, $3. I did tear the sticker off most of it. I thought about it when I was doing it that I wanted to stop because I was going to do this. So this is e.l.f. brand. This is a concealer. I'm going to use this concealer as my eyeshadow. Look, this is all you do. All you do. And again, big finger person. So put a dot right here. A dot. Do you see? Just a dot like that. And then this dot over there. And I actually think that might be too much. And finger. I do not use very many brushes at all. First of all, they confuse me. So here we go. Dot, dot, dot. All around. All we're doing. That was actually too much. So dot, dot, dot. Dab. Kind of pull a little bit. Smudge it around in any area that you want to put that. I don't go all the way over. This is just to add some color. And hold on, let me make sure that's not. Have a straight line. You want to mix it in, kind of blend it. Look, done. Done. That fast. Dot, no brush. That was a little much as well. Switch fingers. Dab. Dab, 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 dab. And you have your. I pull it down to about right there. What I'm using as my hand is this cheap towel. I'm all about being cheap. So, cheap towel. I don't go all the way over here. I kind of stop right there. I don't know why. I think you can actually see this side of my face better. So, if you can see that a little bit better. Anyways, back to the point of my tutorial. Being cheap and looking at $1 million bucks. After that, and I've already used, so I put my liner on, put my concealer, I put my blush, I've put most of everything on. I know I don't look complete, so that's why we are going next to mascara. This is a Wisp. I think I ordered this either off of Amazon or TikTok. TikTok, you can use this one. This is another one found in one of Maddie's, my daughter's, old makeup boxes. I have this one. I have this one ordered off Amazon. Whatever you choose, whatever for your mascara is whatever you choose. I was just showing you how fast, easy, and I'm kind of getting distracted using this or doing this, but on my mascara, I like to do it slow. We are gonna have to redo this, so I've forgotten several steps. Distracted on even making the video, but anyways, we'll go ahead and finish this one up. On this, I'm going to go back over it several times. But the first step is going slow. I gotta get going this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this on there. I forgot to curl my eyelashes, so this pisses me off, actually. And I do see on my eye when I just looked over that I smudged some on the other side, but don't worry. I use Q-tips. Always have Q-tips handy. It will be your savior when you're putting your makeup on. I don't know why my eyes are so sensitive this morning and they're watering, so this is gonna definitely have to be a redo. I'm gonna go over it with the other one. Don't do this with your mascara either. It puts air in there and will dry it out. So this is just another mascara I'm using. The reason I'm using two, just FYI, is because I like mascara. I like a lot of mascara. I feel like that one separated them all and made them a darker color. Being a ginger, they are really, really light. I wouldn't really say even red. I would say they're more of a blonde color. Of course, everyone's sisters want to laugh and say, redhead, blah, 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 your eyelashes, eyebrows, downstairs, everything's red. It's so funny to others. I don't know why. But anyways, so we're nearly done with the mascara. The point to this is, you do not have to spend money at all to look good. And I've always said this, no matter if it is on your makeup or if it is on your clothes, shoes, no matter what. So there is no reason, gross, I know, there's no reason to look a complete hot mess or like crap, for better words, trashy, no matter how much money you have. Because you can find the cheapest products literally any store you go to. So, nearly done. I'm going to go ahead and show you on my last step, just so we can get off there and get going. I'll do a slower one some other time. So this is, I like to be bougie, act like it anyways, and call this finishing powder. So we're going to set all of the makeup onto my face, and it looks a little greasy. I know you can see that. So then again, that's why I do use a light powder as well. So again, cheap, fast, 2-for-1, 3-for-1s, doesn't matter what brand, and you look nice. I'm putting this everywhere so that I don't look oily. Doesn't matter how you put it on. I like to put it up underneath here too. Pull it down. I need more. And I'm in a hurry, so pull it down. I like to put it up underneath there. I'm getting old, and that just erased some of my blush. So remember, I'm a blush person. I'm gonna have to go back and put more blush on. At the same time, my skin is very dry, so I like to put a lot of the lotions on my face so that I don't have dry areas. And then again, also, I don't want to look powdery. I think a lot of powder gets in. If you'll look down here, I do have some fine wrinkles and lines. I know there's going to be more, but afterward, whatever powder you want to use, whatever that was, what type of powder that was this Banana Revolution. Again, more that I stole out of Maddie's makeup bag. So, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be any powder that you want. So, we're going to put it underneath there, underneath here. Last step, other than the lips, make it go everywhere, all over your face. We're going to go back over it because I don't think I did enough blush this morning, so I'm going to do more. And I'm hurrying up because I feel like I've taken forever and I've got to be at work early this morning for an interview. Do this, add some color, go over, up and over, so swipe down, up and over, all the way out, swipe down, up, over, all the way out. Go like this, give your face a little bit more color. Love makeup. Anyways, other than that, let's see, last step, we're gonna go ahead and do lips so we can finish this up. It's taken 30 minutes to do this. There's no reason it should take 30 minutes. My 30 minutes. Back to this lip liner. Make sure your lips are dry. I do get Botox on, or not Botox, filler, whatever you want to call it, in my lips. So therefore, before they were straight across like this. So I really love my my bow. I like my bow. So I like to make a bow. If you do not like your bow, you do not have to do it this way. I like to accentuate and go in and draw a heart shape. You can go straight across if you don't like it, however you like to put it on. My point being, this cheap, it's my 3-for-1 liner, brow, lip. And then this color, if you're wondering, remember, is Espresso, the NYX. Can't see. The shape is one. On my lips, by the way, that looks like crap. Anyways, when I do get too much, I just kind of do that to wipe it off. And after I get through doing all of this, I feel like whenever you put it all the way out, you look like the Joker, first of all. Second of all, if you like it, you like it. I don't. After I do all of that, I get this and wipe it off. I don't know why. To me, it makes it look more kissy, like smoochy, if I do that. Because putting that down, being older, everything tends to go downstairs and start falling downstairs. So I feel like my lips do. My preference again, but lips done. 3-for-1. So foundation, which is this. That's it. Whatever color you want to use, foundation, powder, base, whatever you want to use, mix it in, make it look like a foundation of color. Swap it together, use this lotion, rub it all over crazy, all over your face. Blush, or the hell did it go? Anyways, bronzer, forehead, back with that, with your, this, whatever brush you choose, back with the bronzer on the blush, all over on the bones, on both of those. So you're going to do the bronzer on your bone to leave a shadow, and you're going to do your brush on your bone. From here, dab, out. Dab, push, out. Punch, tap, dab, whatever you want to call it, out. Liner, all the way over, thick, small, however you want it. Again, this is just to be cheap, less spending money, and to look like $1 million. So we're done. We're gonna have to redo this at another time. It's gonna be funny to look back on. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry everything's messy and it's a chaotic mess. I'll be more prepared than last time. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this. So we're gonna do a close-up and see how you all think everything looks, and if there's any lines, if y'all think anything about it. Thank you. Hope you have a great day.